Chijioke sat in a dimly lit one-room apartment he shared with his mother in Lagos. His phone screen illuminated his emaciated face. As he scrolled through social media, friends flaunting designer clothes, expensive vacations, and luxury cars. Meanwhile, his reality was harsh: a leaking roof, unpaid school fees, and his mother's nagging voice slicing through his thoughts. Chijioke, can't you see how we are suffering? Must I remind you every day that hunger does not wait for a degree? Ngozi's voice was sharp, laced with frustration. Your mates are making money, buying houses, and taking care of their families. He exhaled heavily. He had heard it all before. The constant comparison, the never-ending pressure. But tonight, something was different. There was desperation in her eyes, a burning urgency that sent a chill down his spine. Chijioke's uncle, Chuka, arrived later that evening, dressed in flowing agbada and dripping in gold chains. He was the epitome of wealth. His wrist adorned with a Rolex, his perfume heavy with power. My boy, Chuka grinned, slapping Chijioke's back. Are you ready to change your life? Chijioke hesitated. Uncle, I don't know. Chuka chuckled, shaking his head. There's nothing to be scared of. The world belongs to those who dare. Forget this nonsense about hard work. Money follows those who know how to command it. He placed a hand on Chijioke's shoulder. But remember, there's a price for everything. You must be ready to give. Days later, Obina, his stepfather, took him to meet Odogwu. A man whispered about in hushed tones. Odogwu lived in a mansion on the city outskirts, where the air was heavy, suffocating with unseen energy. You have potential, boy, Odogwu said, studying him. But potential alone doesn't make one rich. Are you ready to step into true wealth? Chijioke's throat went dry. What must I do? Odogwu smiled. Sacrifice. True wealth is sealed in blood. Chijioke felt the temperature drop. The shadows in the room seemed to stretch towards him. He wanted to run, but his mother's voice echoed in his head. Your mates are making money. The ritual took place in a hidden shrine deep in the forest. The scent of burning incense mixed with something metallic. Blood. Chijioke's hands trembled as he held the blade. Make the cuts, Odogwu's voice commanded. His heart pounded. The goat tied before him let out a pitiful cry, its eyes filled with terror. He squeezed his eyes shut and brought the knife down. A gust of wind howled through the trees as if the spirit had been awakened. Chijioke felt something leave him, a piece of his soul forever lost. The next morning, his bank account was credited with an amount he had never seen before. But that night, he woke up to whispers in his room, shadows flickering against the walls. The eerie feeling of unseen eyes watching him became his new reality. Chijioke transformed overnight. He wore designer clothes, drove a brand new Benz, and moved into a lavish apartment. With every new possession, the whispers grew louder. He saw shadows lurking in mirrors, heard eerie footsteps behind him when no one was there. His phone rang at odd hours. No caller ID, just deep labored breathing on the other end. His mother, however, was unsatisfied. You must do another one, Chijioke. We need more. He stared at her in disbelief. Had she become blind to the darkness swallowing him whole? The whispers turned into screams. The shadows took form. Ghostly figures with hollow eyes watching him from every corner. His dreams were plagued by the ones he had sacrificed. They called to him, their voices chilling, their hands reaching. One night, his phone buzzed. It was Obina. The spirits are restless. His stepfather's voice was eerily calm. You must give them more. Chijioke couldn't breathe. His walls trembled. His lights flickered. A voice, low and evil, whispered directly into his ear. Run all you want. You are ours now. Chijioke confronted his mother. Do you know what I have done? The blood on my hands? Ngozi's gaze hardened. And do you know what poverty has done to us? We had no choice, Chijioke. You are the man of this family. There's no turning back. Obina's voice cut through the air. You think you can leave. You belong to them now. You belong to us. The walls of the house seemed to pulse, the shadows shifting unnaturally. Chijioke knew then he was trapped. There was no escape, not from his family, not from the spirits that now haunted him. He decided to flee. With a packed bag, he bolted in the dead of night. But as he reached the main road, his body froze. A figure stood ahead, tall, cloaked in darkness. It had no face, just empty, hollow eyes that bore into his soul. Behind him, he heard the whispers. The wind howled. The ghosts were here. Chijioke let out a silent scream as the darkness swallowed him whole. He had made the deal. There was no escaping it now. Legends say that those who subscribe and ring the sacred bell are forever blessed with the wisdom of the ancient spirits. Don't let the stories fade into the shadows. Hit that sacred notification bell and stay connected to the mysteries of the unseen.